Hey everybody. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I really do. I don't even know what all I want to talk about yet because it's a lot. It's the fuck a lot, okay? This is low key like a rant, but then also a part of a downloads that Spirit has been giving me. But I go missing. That's what I do. But always for good reason. And I just wanted to provide like a life update, but also share some uplifting words because you are not alone. Where are we gonna start, Spirit? Where are we going to start? We're gonna start with part of the first download, right? That I received. Bless everybody's heart. Let's start there. Bless everybody's heart. Strap. Not you being disrespectful in my video. So, no matter what you want to call it, your spiritual journey, your self-development, self-enlightenment, whatever, you evolving, right? It's not starting it. It's not starting it. That is the hard fucking part. It is staying on the shit that's hard. Because as you continue to evolve, right, you're morphing into a different person, like that is in essence who you really are at core, but you're now starting to remember that. So you have to do a lot of unprogramming, deprogramming, whatever you want to call it, before you can really start to sit comfortably in the embodiment of self. So it's staying on the journey because you're going to continue to have, it's not just one awakening. That is one of the biggest lies and myths of, evolving and your spiritual journey. That's a lie. You're constantly awakening because as you continue to grow, you ascend. And when you ascend, you learn more. When you learn more, then that means it's going to require change. It's going to require for you to shed more of your ego, which is AKA the older parts of yourself, the limiting beliefs, those parts that they're used to the toxicity, they're used to the chaos, they're used to the old norms, the old way of living, because it's what it doesn't understand right from wrong or better from worse. It just understands that this was what the fuck we was doing. And so this is what we're going to continue to do. Right. So it's hard staying on that. And I say that, and when I come on here, I'm always going to fucking speak from experience because that's the only thing that I know how to do. For me, y'all. For me. Because I really be picking up on a lot of energy, right? And I think that people be having this shit fucked up. It doesn't matter where you are on your spiritual journey, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. You're still going to go through your tests. You're still going to experience your lessons. It doesn't matter how evolved you are because you're constantly learning more and more. The whole goal is not for you to just learn everything. It's for you to continue to experience, for you to continue to, allow the divine to experience these things through you as you continue to heal and as you continue to come and morph into whatever it is that you chose to do here in this realm. So buckle the hell up and stop thinking that, as you grow. No, you just get better at it. I've gotten better at how I cope, how I deal when I need to take a damn break and not feeling so guilty about it. But I have to be honest, which is the only thing I know how to fucking do, on this journey. Y'all, your girl. I discovered, right? I never really knew. I never knew until no. I suffer from seasonal depression. Yo, my body can't take, it cannot take bad weather. Me not like it. Cold weather. Me not like it. Damp weather. Me not like it. I like to be warm. I like to feel the sun. You know, I like to be able to go out for my walks. Like, I realize how much I have changed, you know, on my journey. And it's the smallest of things, but they make the biggest, you know, difference in your experience and how you live your life. And I realize that it's no wonder I want to move and relocate. Cold weather is just not my thing. It's not. And before, right, another thing that I prayed for, that I've manifested, was spending more time outside and actually fucking enjoying it. And it's to the point where now, y'all, I could go, like, no lie, because when COVID hit, I was excited. I was like, stay at home. Sign me up. Like, sign me up, okay? Because I don't even want to be bothered with these people out here. We already got enough going on. So I was excited. It was the best damn thing. It didn't bother me to stay in the house for days, weeks, months at a time. But when I started to ask for, my body started to crave fresh air more. It started to crave being outside. It started to crave going to the park. It started to crave all of these things that was not a norm for me. It really was not, but I had to trust it because it made me feel better. So even if I didn't feel like doing it, once I went and I did it, I always felt better. So I knew that, okay, I just have to discipline myself and get used to that flow. It's just not my flow right now, but it's working for me. So I started to pay attention to that, and which got me out the house a lot more, and I started looking forward to it. And now it's been cold as shit in Georgia. Okay. It's been cold and it's been raining. And even when it's supposed to be like nice weather, like today, I'm sorry, I'm looking at these birds because birds been following me around lately. Blue jay and canaries. And I don't know what type of bird this is right here in front of me. But, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Whew, what was I saying? It'd be real. Anyway, I go outside now, and I realize that not being able to do that and staying in the house, it's been 3 months, 3.5 months since I retired from that place. And I told y'all before, I'm restless. But then I had to also sit and ask myself, in all of this seasonal depression, because I'm like, why am I feeling like this? What is really going on? Because it's not just the weather. It feels deeper than that. You know, like, I really be in here investigating my damn self because I be needing to know. Like, I really be trying to understand. It's not even like a dig at myself. It's more so like, I'm curious. Like, why are we feeling like this? Because we was just up, you know, and I get the waves and the emotion, but this felt different, y'all. Like, this felt heavy. And I mean, I'm just sitting there and I'm trying to I'm asking myself, like, what's really good, girl? What are we experiencing? What's going on? Because it's not just because of the weather. And then I started to remember, like, I've never gone this long without working. Like, in the traditional sense of work. No. No. And that shit started hitting me more. And I'm like, okay. And then I already told you I'm waiting on my offer that I know is coming. But I really started asking myself that because I knew that I have been holding myself up from my offer. That's another reason why I started to investigate and try to figure out, okay, what's going on, because it's tied to my offer. And I need to get clear on what's up. What is up? So when I sat there and I said, all right, this is the longest that I've gone without working, it started to make sense to me. Why I was feeling restless, why I feel like this is just not it. Like I feel bored. I feel not really bored, but I feel like I'm resting, but it's like it's too much rest. But I'm not really resting because I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping a lot of hours, but I've never slept really straight through. I'm always a off and on type of sleeper. Like, and at night, I don't really do naps, but I have been open to naps lately. They ain't been catching my ass, but I'm open. I'm open to them. What else was I working on that I realized in this situation? I've been healing my relationship with weed, because I told y'all I waited till I was 30 to start smoking, and it was mainly for sleep. But I am somebody who has to do things in moderation, because it's just too much of something just turns me off. And that's how I was feeling about weed. And so 2 years ago, I had started smoking like herbal blends of just natural herbs blended together for different properties. And I would smoke that, as if you was rolling up one. And it was really relaxing, really calm and really normal. But I've always struggled with sleep. Like, sleep just never want to catch me for some reason. And in healing all of this, going through the seasonal depression, everything just was hitting me all at once, y'all. All at once. And I knew I was being tested, but I really just didn't understand what. But I am really, because I'm at the home stretch of receiving my offer, it's like I'm experiencing a test of bringing everything together, bringing all of the dots together that led me to this place, and understanding what that felt like and what that feels like to move through it, to move past it. And it has definitely been a ride. It really has been a ride. But when I look at it and all the intricate pieces that led me here, it is actually beautiful. It don't always fucking feel like that. I'm not about to sit here and lie to you, but it's beautiful. And so as I was sitting there and getting the herbs that I wanted to smoke, I started to set intentions, because this was really the first time that I really started setting intentions when I smoked, because I'm just being completely raw right now, like for as long as I can stand it, with having people up in my damn business. I don't have a problem being raw and being honest, but to me, there's layers to me, and I am a very private person. But I feel like somebody needs to hear this shit and needs to understand that it doesn't matter what you are experiencing. How you perceive it is what's going to play out. It doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it right. But that's what's going to play out. And so stop being so afraid to pull the trigger, tell your truth, deal with whatever it is that you need to deal with. Because if you're the one that's dealing with it, it's not a motherfucking person out here. Not a motherfucker. Not a motherfucker out here, okay? That can tell you anything about you. And even if they do want to, just sit back. You don't got to engage. Let them talk to themselves. They want to talk, let them talk. But you don't have to chat back. It's necessary. If you're being vulnerable, that is what matters, because vulnerability is not out here. It's very few. It's very few, but it's very powerful. And I believe that there is so much power in the conviction of your speech, your truth, and your authenticity. And I'm going to always keep that shit real. But I'm not ever going to share too much. You got to keep some shit to yourself. That's private. We close. We family. I'm your sis in the collective. But we ain't that damn close. You can't be that close with people. Come on now. But yes. So as I've been healing my relationship with weed, because I would like to go to sleep naturally. And but I'm also realizing that I'm not somebody who's lived by a traditional schedule. Some seasons I'm a night owl. Some seasons I can go right to sleep and I'm alright. Some seasons I'm up and I'm up. And I just be like, why? I'm up and still can't take naps during the day. So I'm just trying to work with the energy and go back to my childhood to try to figure out where, because it goes back that far of me not sleeping properly. And I've gone through many fucking things, best believe, but I know that it's tied to an emotional blockage, and so that's what I'm working on right now. But through all of this, because this video is getting longer than I anticipated for it to be, as I was sitting there putting my intentions on my herbs before I rolled up, and as I'm doing that, I also do add a little bit of flowers, just a little bit more herbs than anything, because each herb, like Damiana, passion flower, roses, lavender, chamomile, all of these herbs are just together, blended up. Wild lettuce, blue lotus. Yeah. And you can look up the properties and the benefits of them and see which ones are good. Melanin is really good for lung detox, because I'm also, since I was smoking and I wanted to detox my lungs, so adding that herb to the mix is good. Skull cap, because of course the goal is to go to sleep or to relax my body enough for me to fall naturally asleep. And it's been better. I can say that it has been better. It has been helping me, especially through the seasonal depression. But one thing that I also had to realize is like, okay, we're not going back to fucking work. Not to that. We've already laid the foundation of a plan of how we would like to move forward. Spirit knows that. This is the offer that we're waiting for to get us to that stage. So I don't need to worry about, for me, it's the complete opposite. I need to stop working, and that's not easy for me. I'd be like, what are we talking about? So how is this going to get done? But again, on your journey as you ascend, you do need to adopt that delusion to a certain extent. We got delusion that it's not serving you, but then we have delusion that's a part of your manifestations, because you have to fucking believe it even when nobody around you do. Even when sometimes your ego come up and be like, this shit is not going to happen. But that's bullshit. It is going to happen because you believe that it's going to fucking happen. And I believe that my offer is fucking coming. That is what I believe, and that's what I know is going to happen. And so for me, I don't need to keep working. I need to rest. I need to relax. I need to just work on my gifts, my relationship with spirit, my relationship with self, my relationship with the people that's around me that I'm close to, and the ones that I'm calling into. That's what I need to be doing. But that's not easy for me. And it's not going to be easy for people who has worked almost their entire life. I've been working since childhood. If I wasn't babysitting, taking care of the household, helping my parents, then I'm already working at 13, 14 years old. Youth works. I was a tutor. I did youth counseling, all type of damn work. I have been working for so long. And so that is all that is familiar to me. And in these 3.5 months of resigning and retiring from that type of lifestyle, it's uncomfortable. And then with the weather on top of that, and then with me not smoking as much as I used to, because I never wanted to abuse the plant. It was simply for me to go to sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I realize how much more now, like I can't enjoy just a regular L, it don't do it for me. But when I add in the herbs and a little bit of that, it really does it for me, because the goal for me is not to be high, like out my mind. Like that ain't for me. It's for me to chill, for my body to relax, to feel grounded, centered. planted, safe. Feel me? So I'm glad that I don't know what I'm entitled this video, because like I said, it's a little all over the damn place, but it's how I've been feeling, is what I have been experiencing. And if I had to tell you anything, is to understand that it is perfectly okay for you to feel the fuck confused and lost, and you know, even sometimes depressed. Let's call it what the fuck it is. Sometimes depressed on your spiritual journey, but keep going. It gets better. That's the thing that you can always bet on, is that shit gets better each time, each lesson, each ascension, each level. It gets better. Each frequency, it gets better, because you tap into more, you remember more. And that is the ultimate goal, because the more you remember, the more you can use to your benefit in this matrix that we're living in, to better, you know, your life, and however you see that, how you see fit. That's the goal. So I'm feeling a lot better. Today has been it's been about a week since I was feeling that, to be honest. It did hit me out of nowhere, but I know that I've been doing some heavy work. I've been doing some heavy work, and so it makes sense, but it doesn't mean that just because you can understand why you're going through what you're going through, that it fucking feel good in that moment. Sometimes it don't fucking feel good. And this was one of those times. And I felt that shit heavy, but it started to make sense for me why, and that started to help me understand a little bit more. And then I'm like, okay, well, what can I control right now in this moment while I'm waiting for spirit? And that's me just feeding my body the fuels and the nutrients that it needs, that I don't fucking sometimes want to damn do, but I have to damn do, because it's what's best for me. It's spending time with the people that I love. So I booked a trip to go home, to go see my family, you know, kick it with them for a couple of days before I come back and really start working on the rest of the stuff for the offer. I went to the library. That's something that brought me so much joy growing up. I loved the library and books, and just getting lost in the pages. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I think it's my lip gloss from earlier. But yes, so I picked up 6 books just to get lost in those pages, so I am not over analyzing or obsessing over when is my offer coming in, what the fuck is going on, why do I feel the way that I feel. I am blessed. I am grateful. All of my needs are taken care of. And I know my offer is coming in. So I'm just going to chill. I'm going to chill. I'm going to continue to reflect. And not just reflect to heal, but reflect on how far I've come. Because I forget sometimes to look at, no, you ain't been healing no slight shit. Like, you've been healing some big shit. You have been evolving through a lot of transitions that are not easy, and back to back, and doing it with a smile. Doing it with a smile, all while being kind. Because that's what I believe in. I am being the change that I want to see in the world. And I want people to smile when they walk past each other and willingly want to speak. Because it's free. Like, men I understand. But it's alright though. In my reality, when we walk past each other, we smile and we speak. You know, we compliment each other if we see something we like. We don't force it. Because if we don't see it, we ain't got to say nothing mean. But we don't say anything. You know, just go about your damn business. Because everybody's entitled to whatever the hell they like, right? But I'm about to go eat, because I booked myself my first cacao ceremony this evening. Right? Your girl going out at night. Look upon the growth. I'm growing. But it was really good catching up with you guys. I have missed you, but I was going through it. And now you know why I was going through it. So I pray that it helped you, and that you're doing okay. Be kind to yourself.